Hey there everyone, Tom Day here. Welcome back to the Default Agent channel, a channel where I teach realtors how to prepare for the upcoming market shift. This market is changing right before our eyes. Since I started this channel, interest rates have doubled and consumer sentiment has been on the decline in recent weeks and months. But that's not really what I'm here to talk about today. Today, I want to talk a little bit more about BPOs, in particular what's called a second opinion BPO. I did one of these this week. It was one of the more challenging BPOs I've ever had to do, actually. So I thought I'd share with you what I went through here with this particular BPO and why it was so important to me. First of all, a second opinion BPO is something that gets done when a foreclosure, an REO, is about to get listed. The asset manager is going to, of course, have the listing agent do their own BPO, but they're going to get another agent like myself to do a second opinion BPO. They may even get a full-blown appraisal on it if it's a complex situation. They may tell you it's a second opinion BPO, but they may not. It's easy enough to recognize when you're doing a second opinion BPO in that the property is bank owned and the point of contact, the person that you have to reach to get access to the property, is an agent or broker. And that was the case with this particular BPO that I did this week. What happens with a second opinion BPO is it's an interior BPO where you have to go in and take photos of every room in the property, the entire exterior of the property, as well as photos of any damage that you might find that will affect value. And you're going to document them and make them part of the BPO. This particular BPO was rather unique. Like I said, it was a three-story townhouse, only about 17 years old, in Wilton Manors, Florida, right outside of Fort Lauderdale. And out of the 60 units in the complex, 8 of them were had storefront property on the first floor or office. It was zoned for either office or storefront. It's called a mixed-use zoning, and it had a particular code of which there are very few of these in the entire county. And of course, you have to find 6 comparables to make part of your BPO. 3 sold and 3 listed properties. I could only find 1 actual decent comparable. It happened to be right next door. It sold in October of 2021. We're in June of 2022 right now, so it was 6-7 months old, and it had the same storefront on the first floor, almost the same size. And the difference was that it was newly remodeled, did a high-end remodel, probably cost anywhere from $150 on the low end, perhaps to $200,000, and that was the difference between it and the subject. The subject property was in pretty rough shape for a property that was only 17 years old. The flooring on the first floor in the office space was beat up laminate, and the flooring in the second and third floors, the living area of the property, was heavily soiled. I mean, there wasn't 1 square inch of that carpet that was clean. It was disgusting. The walls hadn't been painted since the place was bought, probably. There was a lot of wear and tear. It was just not very well maintained property. So the best I could put it in was kind of what I call fair condition. It would take some significant work to bring it up to even good condition. The one comparable that I did find would be classified as good. It was good enough in my mind to be called excellent, but a property that's 17 years old. Excellent properties can only apply to new construction. So the challenges I met in doing this BPO were the form I had to use. It was a new form from the BPO company, and it wouldn't allow me to make adjustments for condition that were more than $100,000. It would only allow, the most it would allow was 5 figures, so I could get 99,000, but I couldn't get the 160,000 that I was going to put in for an adjustment for condition. In addition to that, that only being one comparable that I could use, I really felt like I needed to talk to somebody and help walk me through the best way to handle this situation. I knew in my mind what I needed to do, but I needed some confirmation. So I called the asset management company and spoke with one of the people in quality control, and we had a discussion about the property, and they were more than happy to help me with it. They were also happy that I would point it out to them that I couldn't make the adjustment on their new form. And what it really came down to was making a narrative in the comments section, the addendum section of the BPO, in which I walked through the logic that I went through to get to my estimated price opinion on this property. So I walked, throughout the narrative, I told them how this property was unique, and there were so few properties, even in the entire county, that had this particular zoning designation. And as it turned out, there wasn't much difference in the price per square foot of these properties as compared to a normal townhouse in the community that didn't have the office space on the first floor. So I just made sure that it was clear in my narrative that I spelled out why I couldn't have the required number of comparables with the same characteristics as a subject property, and then I walked them through the logic of how I ended up with that estimated value. So this brings me to why I went to all this trouble. I mean, this BPO probably took me the better part of a day, between going and having to take all the photos and then coming back and having to work with a new form that barely worked, and then trying to reconcile, and then trying to find comparables and make them make sense on the form. If you've done any BPOs and had trouble finding comparables, you know the feeling. You want to pull your hair out, and you just get frustrated at the amount of time that you're putting into this project. But the reason why, you want to do good work on all your BPOs, but this one in particular is one, it's about to get listed, and it's going to be scrutinized by an asset manager that has assets in my particular marketplace. So I want to put my best work forward, and especially so in this particular one. And in my past experience, I've actually gotten REO listings from doing BPOs, second opinion BPOs in particular, because the actual listing agent for that property dropped the ball, wasn't able to get it sold, and when they looked to reassign the property to a different agent, they looked to the person that did the second opinion BPO, and they gave it to me. And I know this happened to me on more than one occasion. So I highly doubt that that this broker that's going to get this listing is going to drop the ball. I know that he has even more experience than me, well-established REO broker in the area. So, but I do want to come on the radar of the asset manager that's going to be listing this property, and will likely have more business in this area as REOs come onto the market. So there you go. There's the importance of, that's all about the importance of second opinion BPOs. You know, when it came down to, I got paid $75 for the BPO and I put in most of a day's work. Was it worth it? No, but we're not doing BPOs for the money. Really, you're just trying to get the attention of the people in charge of making decisions when it comes to assigning REO properties. So that's today's lesson. I hope you got something out of it. Please subscribe to my channel. I got more stuff like this coming down the road. My name's Tom Day. This is the Default Agent channel, and I'll see you next time.